Hello, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing a little garden walk and talk and sharing some of my thoughts on supplements and why I don't take them. So yeah, it's the 1st of May and it's still pretty cold, but warm enough to do a little garden tour. This is a black raspberry that I planted 2 years ago, and I made this trellis for it. And yeah, I made berries last year. The berries are really they're smaller than regular red raspberries and quite sweet. Yeah, they're pretty good. And I've got this bed covered in plastic, and I've got strawberries under here. So I created kind of like a strawberry tunnel. And yeah, these strawberries have got blossoms. So hopefully in another, possibly by the end of May, we'll have some strawberries. They'll be nice. And yeah, my apple tree is blooming. And over here I've got a bunch of potatoes coming up. I didn't plant these potatoes. These are my mom planted those because I don't really eat potatoes. I mean, I don't eat potatoes. But yeah, got lots of potatoes. And yeah, lots of other stuff going on despite the chilly spring that we've been having this year. It's actually been good for growing some certain things like greens. Greens actually do better in cooler weather. So I've got this bed planted full of romaine, and yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for it to warm up a little bit more so I can start transplanting some of my tomato plants into the big greenhouse here. I've still got mostly greens in here. But yeah, some of my tomato plants are doing quite well. These are Romas, Roma tomatoes, and then these are beefsteak tomatoes. These are kind of like, they're looking really good here. So yeah, that's mostly what's going on. My pear tree is blossoming as well. It's yeah, that's what I love about spring, all the blossoms and the smells and the flowers. It's a beautiful time of year. Oh yeah, back here I've got some celery too. I don't know if it's gonna do anything. It doesn't look that great, but yeah, I planted some celery. I think it might have been a bit too cold for it. It's not looking that great, but we'll see. It would be cool. I've never grown celery before, so it'd be cool to have some. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about supplements today in this video, and why I don't generally take supplements or believe that they're important or necessary. And I think this is kind of, I feel like a lot of people will maybe disagree with me on this, because a lot of people in the alternative health space really promote supplements and think that they're really important and good and stuff. My personal view on supplements is that we should, like, okay, I don't want to say necessarily that they're always bad all the time in every situation, but I feel like generally the best course of action is always to try and get everything we need from our food. And like, I was having this conversation yesterday with this woman who was telling me about this. Like, she was showing me this new kind of multivitamin powder thing that she got recommended by her naturopath or whatever. And she was asking me my opinion on it. It was like this organic superfood powder or something. And so I looked at what was in it, and it was like broccoli powder and like pomegranate powder and like beetroot and like, yeah, just all these like different types of greens and vegetables and fruits and stuff. And I was like, okay, so what is the benefit of this compared to just like going to the store and buying some broccoli and, like some beetroot and some pomegranate and like just eating the foods and like saving like a ton of money and enjoying it a lot more. Um, that why not do that instead of like taking this like powder that you're going to pay a small fortune for that you have to mix with water and yeah, like it just doesn't make any sense to me. To me, like the like supplementing with a multivitamin is like the most ridiculous thing because like foods are multivitamin. Like good, healthy, raw, vegan fruits and vegetables are multivitamins already. And they have the benefit of having all the fiber and all the water and like all the stuff, with the complete package, as opposed to like processing those things into some like powder formula thing where, you're getting rid of all the fiber and the water and all the extra good stuff. So it really just doesn't make any sense. Why not just eat the whole food and enjoy it a lot more? The other issue that I see with supplements is that, like, say you're supplementing an isolated nutrient, like say you're taking an iron supplement or a calcium supplement or a magnesium supplement. Um, the risk it can be risky because you can risk like some nutrients you can actually ingest too much of. There's some that there's no upper limit, but there are some where, you can risk having like getting toxicity of a particular nutrient. And so it can create like imbalances in the body and actually can lead to more harm than good. Now, I think that supplementing in particular cases, like if you have done a blood test and it's been shown that you are really low in a particular thing, I mean, even then, you can still oftentimes fix those deficiencies by just eating, like tweaking your diet or whatever. But say you have some like serious absorption issue or something, um, then I think that in certain cases it can be good to supplement for a certain period of time. But I think the end goal should always be to, like, I don't think that it should ever be like a permanent thing. I think it should always be just kind of like a temporary measure, a temporary protocol, while you're getting your body back into balance, and working towards like being able to, have balance in your body just, from eating a healthy diet. Um, Now, with the issue of, so a couple things that I think are a little bit different. Like, so vitamin D, I think for people who live in northern climates during the winter time, um, I think it can oftentimes be tricky to get enough sunlight, and I think that it's definitely possible. Like if you really prioritize like just getting out in the middle of the day and during the winter time and exposing your body, exposing yourself to sunlight, I think it can be done without supplementing, but it can be tough. So I think getting like taking vitamin D during the winter can definitely be beneficial, because that's one thing it's not really possible to get through food. And then B12 also, I think, again, I think if you're in certain cases, it can, you can get enough without supplementing, like if you're, if you're eating dirt or whatever, or if you're eating like um, produce that you've grown yourself, like all your own produce that you've grown in really nutrient dense soil. I personally take a B12 supplement, but like not all the time, just kind of like every once in a while, just um just kind of as insurance. And I think it's probably a good idea. Like it's not a nutrient that you can really overdose on from as far as I understand. So I don't think there's any like risk in taking a supplement at least every once in a while for B12. And yeah, but those are really the only two kind of exceptions that I see to the supplement thing. I think like the idea of taking like multivitamin supplements or like supplementing, just like taking supplements just for the heck of it, is just like, no, you don't need to waste your money. And like oftentimes these people selling these products are, they're promoting it because, it's a big industry and it's, there's a lot of money in it, but they're not really like there's not really any benefit to them that I can see as like over just eating a good, healthy, ideally raw vegan diet. So yeah, that's my personal view on supplements. Um, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and the garden tour and everything. And I will hopefully be back again in a few days with another video. So stay tuned. Bye.